Welcome to the Pitch Recognition Tutorial Series, created by the junior high band teachers of the Gilbert Unified School District in Gilbert, Arizona. Pitch Recognition number 2, Half Steps, Whole Steps, and Accidentals. At the end of this tutorial, you should understand the definition of a musical interval, the difference between a half step and a whole step, the terms accidental and enharmonic, and the role of sharp signs, flat signs, and natural signs. To be successful, you need to already understand the concepts taught in these earlier tutorials. Pitch Recognition Part 1, Staff, Clefs, and Ledger Lines. An interval is the distance between two pitches, or musical notes. The smallest interval is a half step. We can see half steps by looking at a piano keyboard. Any two keys that are directly next to each other with no other key in between are a half step apart. Key 1 and key 2 in this example to the right are a half step apart. A half step is not always from a white key to a black key. In this example, it's between two white keys because they are directly next to each other with no other key in between, so they are also a half step apart. A whole step is made up of two half steps. The interval between key 1 and key 2 is a half step. The interval between key 2 and key 3 is also a half step. That means that the interval between key 1 and key 3 is a whole step. On the piano, key 1 is the note C. And here is a C drawn on a staff. Key 3 is the note D. There is no letter in the alphabet between C and D, but we need a name for key 2. We use accidentals to help name key 2. An accidental is a sign that raises or lowers a note without changing its letter. The sharp sign is an accidental that raises a note by one half step. The sharp sign resembles a hashtag. Look at all those sharp edges. We raise the C one half step and name it C sharp. The sharp sign comes after the letter when writing the note name. The sharp sign comes before the note when drawing it on the staff. The flat sign is an accidental that lowers a note by one half step. The flat sign resembles a lowercase b. Imagine stepping on a bug. The bug would go down and become flat. We lower the D one half step and name it D flat. The flat sign comes after the letter when writing the note name. The flat sign comes before the note when drawing it on the staff. A pitch can have multiple names. The term for this is enharmonic. Because C sharp and D flat are on the same key on the piano and produce the same sound, they are enharmonic of each other. Here are the C sharp and D flat enharmonic notes on the staff. Think of an enharmonic as a musical synonym, two words that mean the same thing. In one sense, enharmonic is a synonym for synonym. Let's try the note E and raise it one half step by adding a sharp sign and moving it to the next higher key. Because it is a white key, this note can have its own letter name without an accidental. The enharmonic for E sharp is F. Here are the E sharp and F enharmonic notes on the staff. Let's go the other way. We'll start with the note F and lower it 1/2 step by adding a flat sign and moving to the next lower key. Because it is a white key, this note can have its own letter name without an accidental. The enharmonic for F flat is E. Here are the F flat and E harmonic notes on the staff. Let's revisit the whole step, but now with note names instead of numbers. A whole step is made up of 2 half steps. The interval between C and C sharp is a half step. The interval between C sharp and D is also a half step. That means that the interval between C and D is a whole step. The natural sign is an accidental that returns a note to its natural white key letter name. The natural sign raises a note 1/2 step to cancel a flat. The natural sign lowers a note 1/2 step to cancel a sharp. The natural sign comes after the letter when writing the note name, and it comes before the note when drawing it on the staff. This tutorial showed half steps and whole steps as musical intervals. It related the roles of accidentals, the sharp sign, flat sign, and natural sign, to these intervals and defined enharmonic. The next tutorial in this series focuses on the function of the key signature.